Good evening, Internet. This is Skisonic coming at you live from the House of Blast, Team Spooky's headquarters in New York. For those of you who may not know, this past weekend was one of the biggest tournaments of this entire year for Super Street Fighter 4. We had a lot of big names show up in Ohio just to see who would be crowned the supreme king of this game. Some of these players you may have heard of, such as Momochi, Chocoblanca. Some of them you might have heard of only in passing, such as Daigo Umehara. Now, as you may or may not know, Daigo Umehara is considered one of the world's greatest Street Fighter players, if not the greatest Street Fighter players. And we certainly had a lot of ups and downs this weekend with Daigo on the stream and off the stream. One of the incidents that's rapidly coming to light as a negative splotch on the American Street Fighter community is what's known as Bitchgate. Now, for those of you who are not aware, on the stream this weekend, some viewers thought that I, Skisonic, called Daigo Umehara a bitch when he ended up losing. Now, I don't know where some of you got this idea from, that I actually called Daigo Umehara a bitch, because I mean no disrespect to Daigo. I have nothing but the utmost love for Japan, because without Japan, we wouldn't have such things like sushi and subways and panty groping, as well as Chocoblanca. But I diverge from the point. The point is that I, Skisonic, did not call Daigo Umehara a bitch. What you may or may not have heard was somebody else actually saying that, using my gruff tone of voice. As you can see, my tone of voice is very rough, very gruff, and in the heat of a tournament, in a loud, crowded venue, such as Momo's, it may be difficult to hear exactly who's saying what, especially when there are not faces attributed to the voices. In any event, regardless of who actually called Daigo a bitch, I would like to take this chance to publicly apologize for all of the Street Fighter community, for TeamSpooky.com, as well as America, that I, Skisonic, would like to apologize to Daigo Umehara for calling him a bitch. My deepest apologies, Daigo-san. I hope that there's no ill will between us, and that America will be home for you and your gracious presence for many, many tournaments in the years to come. Thank you very much. This is Skisonic, wishing you all a very good night.
Yeah, just call me Big Daddy. You know, the girls call me Big Daddy.